hello, or should I say arigato, because today we'll be taking you to Japan to talk about a little company called Nintendo. Did you know Nintendo was originally started back in the late 1800s? It was founded by a man named Hiroshi Yamauchi, and it was originally a trading card company. Then the trading card scene started to kind of die in Japan, so they were kind of having a little bit of bad luck there. But then, luckily, they had this janitor named Gunpei Yokoi, who actually ended up making Nintendo's first toy, just off playing with it in the break room, the Ultra Hand. They ended up selling over 1 million units of this product, and Nintendo started to shift more towards games. They ended up changing their name to just Nintendo Company instead of Nintendo Playing Card Company. Nintendo is actually made of 3 kanji letters, Nin, Ten, and Do. And if you were to translate Nintendo, you would get the phrase, leave luck to heaven. Nintendo started to pivot to more video games and arcade games in particular. One of their more popular arcade games, Donkey Kong, actually had a little bit of controversy with Universal, which almost sank Nintendo for good. But luckily, Universal did not have a trademark on King Kong, so Nintendo was able to persevere. That was the start of Nintendo developing its own characters for their video games, which was a big part of their future growth. Nintendo then wanted to move towards home consoles and had their first semi-big success with the NES, Nintendo Entertainment System. They sold half of their initial 100,000 stocked units they had available that Christmas in 1987. This was primarily driven by the need to play Super Mario Brothers. Here is actually Mario's companion, Yoshi! Mario ended up becoming their flagship character for their entire brand and still is today. Now that Nintendo had succeeded in somewhat sales with arcade games and home consoles, they began transitioning towards handheld games. Gunpei Yamauchi, who was the janitor, got a big promotion and went on to help create the first Game Boy. Of course, I'm sure you're familiar. So Nintendo started to focus more on fun, handheld gaming sets to kind of set it apart from its competitors, such as Sony, Microsoft, and at the time, Sega Genesis. Game Boy ended up making 118 million sales. How it influenced Nintendo's decisions for the future? Well, they ended up making the Game Boy Pocket, Game Boy Color, etc. Nintendo was never really made for the serious gamer, but more the casual, fun family experience. It then birthed the Wii for its unique hands-on design. 101 million units were sold of the Wii, and then it culminated this creation of the fabulous Nintendo Switch. The Nintendo Switch ended up passing the Wii in sales at 103 million units sold. This unique design matched Nintendo's previous innovations at the time of their other consoles. Nintendo is always innovating. Can't wait to see what they do next. Nintendo has provided an unprecedented amount of entertainment to countless numbers of individuals worldwide, both kids and adults. They focused on fun, creative, interesting products that paid homage to their humble beginnings as a trading card company, dating back, to the late 1800s. And like their name, Nintendo, leave luck to heaven, they definitely got lucky.